welcome. Welcome back to the Manchester United match reactions. Bobby, you are right. It was absolutely shocking and not in a good way. Not in a good way, thank whatsoever. First defeat in quite a while. 19 games. And now we get defeated. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who your man of the match was. Certainly wasn't a United player. To be fair, I'm surprised that we've lasted this long without getting the defeat because we have obviously started to fall off a bit. But this today was something else. 5-3-2. Immediately, the formation that Ole set out rings alarm bells, and it goes back to his style of play before lockdown, where especially against big teams, goes with the 5-3-2 formation, and he sits back and tries to counter the team, and it worked against the big teams. And it was the smaller teams that didn't really work against, obviously. And obviously, we were switching players up a bit. So it was like, okay, we'll allow Ole. Let's see what the players do in this formation. Only been 2 days to train, so not the best of circumstances. And to be fair, Chelsea had more time to prepare for the game. But still, this performance was not... There's no excuse for this performance today. Nothing excited me today. Nothing. Even the penalty just made me feel dead inside. It was... Chelsea had all the initiative. Okay, maybe we're allowing pressure onto them, but we weren't countering them because nothing was happening. We didn't get a hold. When we got a hold of the ball, we kept on missing ball after ball after ball, simple passes going astray. Yeah, after the drinks break of the first half, we started to bring a few decent passes together, but that was pretty much it for the first half. And then obviously we got 6 minutes of injury time thanks to Bayu getting injured. Hopefully he gets better soon. It's just frustrating because Bayu always gets injured and he can be such a good player for us. And maybe he would have done better than Maguire and Lindelof today. Who bloody knows? So yeah, hopefully he gets better. And obviously that extended injury time for a bit. But you still have to be switched on. And we're not switched on. Brandon Williams gets overturned and the cross comes in. And Lindelof is not powerful enough. He's not going for the ball. He's not setting the dominance that a defender should have. I know he's not the biggest of defenders. He's not all about that game. But Giroud, to be fair, I'll give credit to Giroud. He scores those type of goals, but Lindelof should be getting ahead of him in that situation instead of reacting when it's too late. And to be fair, the ball is very close to De Gea, so it's both Lindelof and De Gea's fault for that first goal. But still, De Gea should be doing better there. I think 2017 De Gea saves that with his foot. You know what I mean? And you gotta have high standards as a Man United goalkeeper. So yeah, that was a joint mistake, and obviously it's not a good time to concede before the end of the first half. Never a good time to concede. We just no attacking. Like we're going for the Mourinho style thing where you have two. You go for the defensive, go and counter with two not number nines that are quick. Before it was like, for example, Liverpool when we beat them 2-1 like 2 years ago with Mourinho, it was Rashford and Lingard up top. This time it was Rashford and James. So Ole was going for that similar type of thing. But they didn't get the ball. They didn't get the ball once. I don't remember them getting the ball. Nothing was there. Nothing was happening. The ball, they couldn't get to them because the ball was always with Chelsea. I'm surprised we had more possession somehow. I think it was for the last 20 minutes or so of that first half. Apparently, actually, no, they had more possession in the first half, but we had 46% possession. I don't remember where that possession came from. And if it was possession, then we would just do nothing. We would just probably just passing it sideways at the back because they were just pressing us so much. And that seems to be our weakness. Is pressing our weakness now? Is this what we're going to do? And I know it's a different formation, but it's again another team pressing us high intensity, and we seem to be falling short there. So Ole needs to sort that out quick time. And I think he'll know, obviously. But Ole obviously, that formation didn't help. No, it's no words. No words. It's not good enough. I know it's an FA Cup game, and I was thinking to myself, okay, it doesn't really matter. Obviously, I still want to play with a bit of dignity, a bit of pride, a bit of something about us. Like, bloody hell. Like, okay, we can lose like how Man City lost to Arsenal, but bloody hell, at least Man City bloody tried. Oh yeah, you are a Chelsea fan, aren't you, Samad? I bet you're happy with that. Chelsea came with the game plan. They took the game seriously. The players did their job. Changing formation worked for you guys. Lampard did well. You got to enjoy yourself. You're going to get to FA Cup final. Well done. Obviously, it's good that also I would be even more pissed off if Leicester didn't lose that game against Tottenham, which hopefully helps us in the Premier League. But obviously, we need to. If we lose this game, hopefully it gives us motivation to do better in the West Ham game. But at the same time, you don't want to be going into that game knowing that we've played really badly and this is our worst performance since lockdown. You know what I mean? It's not one of those things. And there was nothing. Even that penalty at the end, it was just penalty. Martial trying to do something like anybody else was trying to do when the ball actually got to the attacker. And we got a penalty and Bruno scored. Calm. That adds to the stat padding. That's good. That's another day with another assist or another goal for Bruno Fernandes. That's good. But that was literally hello Bobby. What do you think of the game from a neutral standpoint? To be fair, it doesn't matter if you're neutral, United fan or Chelsea fan. You know United play shit. Absolute shit. Shitter than I expect. Okay, we're a bit tired. Okay, fine. We can play a bit badly. But shit, that was shit, bro. No intent, nothing was happening. Okay, first half, okay. 0-0, we were riding our luck a little bit. 1-0 down, okay. Second half, 4-2-3-1. Martial coming on for Bailly. That could actually work in our favour, even though Bailly hopefully gets better. Now we're switching the formation. 45 minutes. Get back in the game. Reset. 4-2-3-1. We're playing the way we want to play. We've got Pogba, Bruno, and Matic now. Okay, fine. Yeah, we've got Rashford, Martial, and okay, this time we've got James on the right wing. Okay, fine. That's the only difference. But it seems to me that we need everybody in our first 11 to be fit. Otherwise, bloody hell, what's happening? Nothing happened. We concede straight away in the second half when we're trying to get back into the game with a new formation and the same formation that we've been comfortable with. Bobby says reality check for where we are today. Yes, it is reality check. It's good. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a sign of the obviously reality check for both the players and the fans. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. I really appreciate it. If you leave a like, subscribe in the bottom right hand corner. Yeah, it's a reality check. And it shows that this club, if we switch it up with the players or switch it up with the formation, it's all about attacking. That's what we should have played 4-2-3-1. I think we need to start in the long term doing what Guardiola does. Even if you switch players out, you have to stay with the same formation. Why not? Unless you're sure this game plan is going to work, but it was never going to work because it was like thrown together in 2 days, which makes sense because obviously there's only so much time you got to prepare for a game such as this, a big game like this. Samad says thoughts go out to Bailly, but yes, United are shite. Yes, I agree. Maguire a fridge with no wheels. That is funny. But Maguire wasn't the only problem today. Maguire just can't score headers. Watch when he plays headers. When he plays for England, plays headers. When he plays for England, he's got to score bloody header. But for Man United, he just can't. Our set pieces and corners have been shit since Sir Alex Ferguson left. It just has. Since the restart, Bobby says we have had 3 tough teams: Spurs, Southampton, and Chelsea. Drop points in all games. It's all good beating relegation sides, but once we play the big teams, we bottle it. I know what you mean, mate. I'm concerned for the big teams next season as well. But luckily, we've got pre-season as well to prepare. I'm concerned that we're going to go back to a defensive style of play and play within ourselves in the big games. And then when we reverse like smaller teams, we play better. But there's more small teams and big teams, I suppose. It might be a reverse of this season. But I don't know about that one, Bobby, because Sheffield were a great team. And we beat them with ease. But at the same time, we did start off badly in that game. And we got the first goal. And that helped us to kick on. So maybe that is something you got to look at. Calcium deficient, what a name. De Gea has flimsier hands than my 80-year-old gran with Parkinson's, Samad says. He's funny, man. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about De Gea. Yeah, second half. To be honest, I missed the first few minutes. So I come in, I'm like, 2-0. I'm like, what's happening? I rewind it. I'm like, what have I just witnessed? Another mistake by Brandon Williams that leads into a goal. This one, a more severe mistake. You have to notice. You can't just focus on De Gea. Focus on Brandon Williams as well. Gives away the ball. Still a young lad, and it shows that Luke Shaw's very much missed. Hopefully, he comes back very soon. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Brandon Williams gives it out. Okay, he runs in. Okay, the shot is decent, but De Gea should be saving that. And it's flimsy, like you're saying, Samad. What's happened to him, man? Maybe his confidence was lost after that, not being able to save that first goal, even though, to be fair, I'll give him some leeway with that first goal. Maybe his confidence is just off. He's just a confidence player. He gets nervous, De Gea. And that's not what you need in a goalkeeper, especially a Man United goalkeeper. And I said a couple of episodes ago, a couple of streams ago, this lockdown era, 7 games to go, this is a chance for De Gea to almost prove himself again. And right now, Dean Henderson is waiting there in the wings, and he's not proving himself to Gea. And next season, right now, I've made my mind. It's nearly the end of this lockdown period. I said you got to prove yourself to Gea again, and I had confidence that he would. But no, not good enough. He made one good save, to be fair. And Maguire's own goal wasn't really De Gea's fault, but he could have got better there. Again, again, 2017 De Gea saves that with his foot in the second half as well. So yeah, right now I've given him a chance to for the last 7 games to lock down to improve. And last game he did really well, but this game he's gone back to his usual self. So yeah, I'm going to read your comments in a bit. Don't worry, guys. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I just need to say something. Need something very important. If you want to get to a place where you're challenging for titles and you're challenging for Champions Leagues, you got to notice what managers like Klopp and Guardiola, whether you like him or not, have been doing. They make big decisions. And this is what Solskjaer should be aiming for long term. But next season could be a good chance to present this big decision mentality, siege mentality early on in the season, or early on in his managerial career for Manchester United. Notice how Klopp drops Karius like this. Notice how Guardiola drops Bravo like that, even when people were like, Joe Hart's sick, what are you on about? Notice how these big decisions, you got to cut, you got to be ruthless sometimes. And the goalkeeper position, we've seen that being ruthless so far, and it's worked out brilliantly for Klopp and Guardiola. And I feel like Solskjaer needs to make that similar type of decision that will help us in the long run. Obviously, 2 games, if De Gea plays well, fine. But as of now, I'm feeling that next season, the start of next season, bring Henderson in, show Joe Hart, just like how Joe Hart was benched and couldn't live with it. You have to test De Gea and show him, do you have the steel to play for this club? If we drop you for Dean Henderson, bring Dean Henderson, start him for games, and see how De Gea does in the cup games. And obviously, if you're not up for it anymore, if you're not up for the fight for your spot, or you're comfortable for all these years, but now all of a sudden you've been dropped, you can't get back in the team, then you're gone. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. Dean Henderson's coming in next season. Hopefully, this is my hypothesis. This is my optimism. This is what I want to happen. Dean Henderson should come in, overtake De Gea, and give De Gea, be like, you're on the bench for now. You have to prove yourself again. But if you're not up for it, you're gone. You're gone. Thank you for your service to the club. It's better than most players during this banter era, but you got to go if you're not up for it. And if Dean Henderson is sick for Manchester United, or really good for Manchester United. Whew. Bobby says, Samad says, banter side, you'll definitely get Champions League. We'll see. I'm not going to come in and say we've got. I don't know, mate. We've got to play better again. Hopefully the motivation against West Ham's better. And obviously we go back to that 4-2-3-1 formation. But the annoying thing is we brought on Pogba, Bruno Fernandes playing, so the players might be a bit tired. But that shouldn't be an excuse because West Ham are beatable. But David Moyes, man, and obviously he's going to be looking for revenge against Man United, his old club. And obviously Antonio's a good player. I rate Antonio a lot, and other players as well that could do damage. So we can't underestimate West Ham. But it's a huge chance to get above Leicester and get 4th place, especially after Mourinho, the Don himself, giving us 3 points again from Manchester United, just like the old days. Who would have thought? Bobby says Sheffield United did have a lot of players out when they played them. And they came off with a 3-0 defeat to Newcastle. That's a good point, Bobby. That's a good point. Sorry, I'm just pissed, to be honest. Yeah, obviously, sometimes emotions come out, opinions come out that you later change your mind on. That's okay. You can change your opinions, guys. The internet doesn't seem to understand that, but we move. And I understand what you're saying. I am worried. Again, I am worried. I'm not as worried as you right now in terms of like, because if we beat all the small teams in the league, you're still solidifying top 4 a bit but there's more small teams in the Premier League than big teams. And again, this is a cup game, so it's not as important, but this is a show of faith, a big game like this. And the intensity didn't look like the players were up for it. It was like, oh, okay, we go again. Let's try and play some passes. But it wasn't like, come on. Like someone like, you know what I mean? You got to have like, sometimes you just got to throw away the game plan and try and forget about passing from the back and be like, can we actually just show like we're actually up for it a bit? Like just a bit like dog eat dog type scenario shit. You get me? I'm watching the match. I'm like, you guys just seem to be like, you seem like you care, but you don't care enough to like go for it, which makes sense to some extent because it's the FA Cup. But for the long term, does that show a lack of mentality? I'm not sure. Obviously, we've got 2 games to help prove the case against me. that you can get top 4, and I really hope you do, because I'll bloody be celebrating that we get top 4, and I'll treat that like a cup final more than this FA Cup final. You know what I mean? So yeah, second half Chelsea, you get the second goal, and then after that it's not looking good, and we get Bruno on. I think we get Greenwood on. We're just playing really bad. Every time we get the ball, we can't counter. We got simple passes, simple 5-year passes. We're just going back to crap now. Someone says, "What do you think about United's formation?" Well, with hindsight now, it's bad, isn't it? It is bad. But I don't think the formation was the only reason, but it set a precedent for the rest of the game. 5-3-2, I don't think we should be playing that. 4-3-2-1, I think I said early in this stream, we should have played 4-2-3-1. In the long term, we should stick with the same formation, but obviously cycle players out, similar to how Guardiola does it, Klopp does it. So even if you don't play as good, you're still playing with the same system, style of play, and formation, no matter how bad that gets you, no matter how good that gets you in the result, in terms of getting a result. And obviously, so little time to prepare. If you change your formations, change a couple of players around, it was always going to be a bit of a hard time to gain some rhythm again. But like I said before, okay, fine, lack of rhythm, but where's the desire as well? Where's the desire? At least Maguire was showing some kind of desire trying to score, but then he scored that own goal against De Gea. It was more his fault than De Gea's fault. Oh, focus. Yeah, it's just. I don't even know who scored. Who scored that third goal for Chelsea? Because it wasn't Giroud. So Maguire should be bodying him there. He should be setting a bloody... I don't even know, you know. Who was it? Was it Maguire? Well, who was Maguire marking? Was it Rudiger? No, not Rudiger. No, because he's not an attacker. He's centre-back, isn't he? Why is he not mentioning Maguire anywhere in this bloody thing? The BBC are so... The BBC are just going to be wanking off the hair getting a mistake here. Because if Maguire makes a mistake, he's English, so he's all right. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous sometimes, the media. Marcos Alonso's cross, good cross again. Again, another cross, allowing them too easily. I don't know who was marking. But again, I don't think it was Giroud, because Giroud went off. So Maguire should be asserting dominance again and not bloody tapping it into his own net. Bit of a mistake. It's a bit unfortunate. And yeah, we didn't create our own luck today, but still, come on, Maguire. Not looking good. Lindelof. We need a centre-back. Yeah, we do need a centre-back, don't we? But do we need a centre-back? Bailly's injured all the time. It's just too much, man. Gets injured. We'll see how long he's out for, because it's only a head injury, but he went out pretty badly. He was bloody lying down. Hopefully it gets better, but we need probably maybe someone alongside Maguire is going to be good enough. I don't know if there's any available centre backs though. Upamecano could be a shout, but we're not. The problem is the board. We're not being linked to any centre backs, so I don't know. Oh, Rudiger was going for the goal. Well, that's even worse than when I was centre backs to fucking try. Fuck the hell. I'm just. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Who's my man of the match? Chelsea, Giroud. I'll do fair. I think I missed a lot of spells of the game because I wasn't concentrating. Because I was just like, what's the point of concentrating on shit? Play from us. Like, what was the point? I was just laughing at how bad we were. So yeah, we got 2 days and a bit and 2.5 days until the West Ham game on Wednesday. It's a big game. And yeah, the players need to take a long, hard look at themselves and be like, is the desire really here? Is the desire really there? Because without that penalty, it's a 3-0 loss. And 4-2-3-1, even with our formation changing to our normal formation, we didn't play any better. We played a little bit better. But a little bit. When I say a little bit, I mean like 1%. 0.01%. Great play in the midfield from Chelsea. Yeah, great. We couldn't get a ball in the midfield. I felt like we had no midfield. Like there was nobody there. It was just Chelsea. It just blew. You know what I mean? So props up for Mason Mount, props up to Kovacic. And yeah, Giroud obviously as well. Perfect game for him to play. I was just thinking, why didn't we play Ighalo? But again, at the start of the stream, I said he's going for that Mourinho 2 pacey strikers, but it didn't work. And by the time you get Ighalo on, it's too late. Ighalo should be starting games like this. but obviously he has to start in a better formation, in my opinion. You start, and basically, I'm saying we start a formation similar to the Norwich formation. We played against Norwich in the last round. We should have done that, realistically. But I'm not saying that's the only reason we lost. I'm just saying that would have helped, in my opinion, if we played 4-2-3-1 like we did against Norwich in the last round. But nevertheless, it was not our day. We've beaten Chelsea 3 times. It was bound that Chelsea were going to win one. And Frank Lampard was never going to allow himself to lose against the same tactic, same type of tactic again, same formation again against the same team 3 times. So, but still, not a good enough performance for Manchester United to prove a worthy match for a semi-final of the FA Cup. Samad, Chelsea fan, says, I think Mount or Kovacic were man of the match. Maybe even Reece James. Yeah, Reece James was getting involved a lot. He could be. We've got a lot of good English young talent in Chelsea. Very good. I agree. It's a very exciting future for English players. Who was our worst player? De Gea was our worst player. Lindelof, Maguire. Oh, Brandon Williams was making very much mistakes. I think he's a young lad, but he wasn't playing well, I have to be honest. And Wan-Bissaka, first half, second half, he wasn't too bad today because there was nothing for him to do, really, because we were just getting pinned back. But sometimes his positioning is off. We've seen it not just this game, but in other games as well. In terms of tackling and recovery pace, he's brilliant. He's one of the best in the world. But sometimes his positioning is iffy. We've seen it before, especially with crossing. He just doesn't mark his man behind him a bit when they're playing narrow. And obviously the wingers are playing out wide, so there's a bit of space between him and the winger. And he just doesn't look back. He just doesn't mark him. And by the time he realizes he has to mark him, he's bloody running, chasing, but he's going to go for the header. And Chelsea could have scored a couple of headers today. So Wan-Bissaka needs to work on that for next season. We've seen it a couple of times in the last couple of episodes. When we're pinned back, when there's loads of pressure, Wan-Bissaka sometimes doesn't concentrate on who's behind him and who's trying to run in behind his defense, his back, basically. He's trying to run in behind the fullback. And Wan-Bissaka has to do better there. And obviously, Brandon Williams on the other side of it has to do better in terms of keeping the ball. You know what I mean? Come on. Maybe it's because they were playing wing backs. They weren't comfortable in that position. But we were playing 5 at the back, so you're basically playing full backs anyway. It's not like our wing backs were high up the pitch, which we could have gone for, but didn't work out. We could have played Dalot in the right back spot, given Wan-Bissaka a rest. Dalot's decent in the right winger spot, so maybe we should have thrown him up there a bit. Brandon Williams give him a shot as well, because he's decent attacking when he actually gets a chance to attack. But maybe that's just my managerial expertise coming out. I don't know. Maybe we could have gone more attacking, basically, not be defensive and set up pressure for ourselves, especially when Chelsea had a good team out. It wasn't the second team for Chelsea. It was the first team, wasn't it? It's a pretty good team from Chelsea. Am I being stupid? I think it was a pretty good team. Let me see what lineup was it. Yeah, it was a pretty good team from Actually, no, Pulisic isn't playing. Chelsea have got a good squad. They've got good squad depth, and that's something that Man United need, don't we? And it proves again, this game proves if we change our team again, we're not good enough. And that's why we need backups or people to create backups, like Greenwood becomes a backup once we get Sancho, if we get Champions League football. Another case for why we need a bit more creative flair. Because Greenwood, and it's not just Greenwood, it's everyone in the attacking ways. If someone's not having a good game, Sancho can play. He has that extra bit of sauce. Yes, Chelsea rested like 2 players, but it was a strong team, says Samad. Yes, it was a strong team. But again, no excuses, because there was no intent. There was no fight. Maybe the injury stopped that. Maybe the start nature of the game stopped that a little bit as well. But come on, guys, show a bit of bloody ferocity. Just foul a bit of a couple of people, like bloody hell. Just try to do something. Oh my goodness. Should we have gotten a penalty at the start of the second half? I don't think that was a penalty. I don't think it was a foul. No. If it was a foul, it would have been a free kick anyway. It was never going to be a penalty. It was on Martial, wasn't it? Martial did good pressing to try and win the ball. Zuma caught him, but I don't think it was a penalty. I don't think it was a foul. I think you could argue it was a foul. But I think they both get the ball at the same time, basically. So he's not trying to hurt him, and Martial's not trying to hurt. You know what I mean? It's not like I don't think that was a penalty. I don't think that was a foul. I keep on saying penalty. People get loads of penalties, but that penalty we got on Bruno Fernandes, that was obviously a penalty. That's what Bruno Fernandes causes problems, and Hudson-Odoi lashes out. and we get the penalty and we get the goal. Great. Making the scoreline look better than it actually is. We're just saving our faces at this point. But obviously, everyone who saw that game, knowing that we aren't good enough, and that's going to give West Ham confidence. That's definitely going to give Leicester confidence that they can beat us with this pressing tactic, and obviously get at us because when our confidence is low. And that's why even if we lose, set a good performance to show some dignity and pride for our team, but also showing other teams that we're still not there to be messed with, even when we rest players. But like I said, we're going to have to play without Shaw next game, I think. And hopefully Maguire and Lindelof are not too tired after this game because we keep on playing the same centre-backs all the time. So we'll see. I need to thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Leave another man in the match. So I'm saying Giroud as a man in the match. Who are you saying, guys? I think one of you are saying before we leave this stream. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know who your man in the match was. Definitely not a United player. Bloody hell. I don't think anybody was really over 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. Maybe 6 out of 10 for Martial. But apart from that, bloody crap. Even 6 is a stretch for Martial because he didn't get too involved in the game. But he couldn't because he came on 45 minutes and we barely had the ball in attacking areas. So not good enough from anybody. So I'm saying Giroud's man of the match. De Gea is the worst player on the pitch. Needs to look at himself and needs to be more consistent. Because right now, Dean Henderson's waiting in the wings and he's coming. And all the fans want him to come. So, sorry, mate. I love De Gea as well. I love De Gea. It's sad to see what's happened. But it wasn't just his fault. It's important to say it's not just De Gea's fault for this bad performance. It's everybody taking part. Just not good enough. Lethargic, sloppy, no attacking intent, no aggression in our play, no willingness to win the ball and get something out of this game at least. Get a goal, get a consolation goal. That's not a penalty. No willingness to do that. And it's disappointing. But hopefully we can improve. And yeah, big games coming up. And I'll see you guys next time for the West Ham game, which is on Wednesday. And it'll be at the same time at 8:15. So you're not going to want to miss that. It's going to be very exciting. If we win that, we get 4th place. And obviously, goal difference is a bit mad. What's the goal for difference saying? We're on the same goal difference as Leicester. So if we actually beat West Ham with a considerable goal difference, then even if we lose against Leicester, we still get through. But that's all semantics that we'll deal with in the next game. It's all about winning, first and foremost. But obviously, we've had a mental block in terms of getting into the top 4 when we've had the door opened down to us. So this is going to be a big chance to do that. So maybe we'll see how this loss affects us mentally and if we come back from it and play to our usual high level that we should be playing every day. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Check it out for the Wednesday 8 p.m. stream, 8:15 stream at the same time for the West Ham game. Big game. You're not going to be wanting to miss it. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. If you've missed this stream, replay it so you can watch it all over again for the good analysis from a Man United fan and everybody else in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Oh, wait, what is it? He's saying not yet. He's saying, oh, wait. You got something to say, mate? I'm giving you a chance to say something. Or you got enough to say? You spent. I think Chelsea fans are going to be celebrating more than commenting. Okay, I'm going to take that as a no comment. Have a good day as well, mate. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. You can leave comments down below as well. So leave your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe.